Right, welcome back everyone. So I'm actually half out today, following on from what I said in the previous video about meeting people. I've actually been invited out, and so it's Friday. It's my first day of annual leave from work, which I'm really excited about. I haven't had any time off since September, believe it or not. And yeah, this really nice chap called Jez, he said come and meet me in Silves and I'll take you on the best motorcycling road in the Algarve, so presumably even better than the one I went on the other day, which is quite a high bar indeed. So I thought I'd record in the morning, because not often I'm out early in the morning with the nice lighting and everything. It's really nice. It's a little bit chilly, so I've worn like a fleece underneath this jacket, which might be a mistake because it might be too warm later on. But then we're going up into the mountains, so you don't know really whether to pack under layers or not, but hopefully I haven't overdressed. And we're going to be avoiding the N125, which Nick J informs me is statistically one of the most dangerous roads in Europe. So thanks for that, Nick. I'm going to avoid that road in the future. But yeah, if we are going to come to Portugal, then knowing people and knowing the roads is just a huge win. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks Jez for inviting me out, super appreciated. And I'm quite interested to see what bike he's got as well, but I'm sure I'll find out. Here we go, up into the mountains. So I did have to go on a brief detour onto the N125, sorry Nick, but I survived, and I'm now heading up on the M529 up to Silves. So as you might remember, we did go to Silves the other day. It's really nice, but this is just the starting point. It's where I'm going to meet Jez. It's a really nice day for this ride today, so I'm super excited. And as I mentioned in the previous video, I don't really do group rides. I'm normally a solo rider, but Jez just seemed too nice to turn down. He was just really friendly in his emails, so I thought, oh, this will be quite fun actually. I guess the reason I don't always do the group rides, because certainly in the UK, and when people have got faster bikes, there's a little bit of kind of vying for position between like males in the group. You know, we haven't evolved very much, have we, the male species? And people will try and outdo each other, outride each other, and it's just a little bit, frankly, dangerous. At least on the A40, I think it's dangerous on the A44, which is my local ride that everybody goes on, local route. I think if I joined a group that was more cruisers or retro bikes, I just need to find the right group of people. But that's the reason I've not really got into group rides. And if something happens, you know, then you're like a witness, aren't you? What are you going to say? You know, what questions are going to be asked of you? If it's recorded, are you going to give over your footage? You might incriminate people. Like, the whole thing is just kind of a minefield. The other thing is I actually ride quite slowly, and so I always think, well, who's going to want to ride with somebody who just plods along? You know, I'm doing a little bit under the speed limit here, and that's kind of where I'm happiest. I just like to trundle along, having a look at stuff. And I've always had bikes that are pretty slow as well. Obviously my Daytona wasn't slow, but the Meteor was slow, the Vosges was slow, the Gold Star's quite slow. This is just the road down into Silves, which is really nice. So it gives you a view of the castle, and you can actually stop here. There's a little viewing area, obviously made for the castle because it's the same stone. What a lovely place. So we're rolling into town, 2 minutes to go. I would have ideally liked to have been here 5 minutes early, but never mind. Hopefully Jez hasn't been waiting too long. Seen a few boys out on the bikes today. Oh, It looked like a jigsaw of some description. Early 600 maybe. Across the bridge. So I think it's telling me to go. I think I'm going to go this way. And just pull in behind one of these cars. Yeah, it must be one of these little cafes. Oh, that looks like someone's bike. That embarrassing thing where you can't get into neutral when you pull up. Right, well, I'm in Silves. I've just met Jez, and he's absolutely such a nice guy. Just wait for him to pull off now in his Fantic Caballero. Haven't said that for a while. There he goes. Let's see which way he's going. There he goes, and off we go for a little ride out. And what a lovely man, he just invited me out of the goodness of his heart out to show me the roads. He did say the road to Monchique, which I stumbled upon a few days ago. That is gold dust. So that was one of the best roads in the Algarve. I called the video the best road in the Algarve. It was actually one of the best roads. Here we go. So our bikes are actually quite evenly matched. The Fantic Caballero, I always get that wrong. It's not Fantic either, it's Fantic Caballero. It's got 40 horsepower. It's a 451cc Zhongshan manufactured single cylinder. And Jez is actually running the flat track version, which has got the dual 19-inch wheels, which is quite cool. Looks really good up close. And the BSA over here is 45 horsepower, but a 650cc single. And probably this is more of a cruising, slower paced bike than the Fantic. You think you can rev that out a little bit. But then of course the BSA has got a little bit more torque. Off we go. Look at me, I'm on a group ride. Not often you see that. Got to remember to ride staggered as well, so if he brakes suddenly, then I'm not going to run into the back of him. It's a good practice. Oh, okay, so he's signalling with his foot just to say that we're going around a sharp bend. That is very helpful, thanks Jez. Oh, round we go. Oh, we got to be careful. Rear brake here. Oh shit. I'm really not confident on these tyres. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? But I'm bloody scared of the Pirellis. Moto Club, Portuguese. So let's remember what that is. Jez just pointed it out. So we're spending very minimal time on main roads. It's all back roads, which is quite nice. I don't have my phone open though, so I don't actually know what road we're on. But look at it. I mean, if you ever wanted to compare this to living in Worcester, it's night and day, isn't it? It's like almost a joke how different it is. This is perfect roads for these kind of motorcycles. 45 horsepower. Oh, here we go. Where are we going now? This is proper back roads. This is really cool. Oh wow, we went up to a dam. Oh. Are we going to go across the dam? Oh, Jess. What little trick, surprise you got in store. Man, this is really, really cool. Wow. That is amazing. Guys, wish you could get the full 360 view of this. Even looking down the valley is mightily impressive. I think we're on the wrong side of the road though. We went a bit to UK habits there. I think second is probably enough here. Yeah, look, second is fine with the BSA. One thing you've got to remember when you're following someone is not to get target fixation. As in, you just stare at the person in front at the expense of all other information out on the road. And then I've seen it on YouTube where people are following somebody, and they're videoing, they're following another, usually a person racing. See if we can get around this van. And then they end up, the first person crashes. The first person crashes and then the following person goes straight into the same crash. Gosh. This is amazing little road though. So smooth. Jez's bike's looking fantastic. I wonder if he's got more than one bike, like a bigger bike for faster roads and the Caballero for this kind of riding, because it's perfect bike for this kind of riding. This road would also be great for the Speed 400 as well, which, as I record this, you will have already seen me riding around the roads. But that bike with its very nimble steering, almost twitchy front end, it's so light, that would be good for around here. In fact, Jez's bike's actually quite light. I think that's 150 kilos dry. So by the time you add 13 litres of fuel, 0.7 something, isn't it, kilos per litre? So he's probably about 165 kilos with fuel and oil in it, and coolant. It's amazing really that he's picked this road, because obviously he's picked the perfect road for the bike, if you know what I mean, both of our bikes. Yeah, at this point I'd probably rather be on Jez's bike, because the Caballero actually has quite compliant suspension. Oh shit, bit of gravel. Monchique, and those big, are they 45mm gold Marazuki's up front? See if I can get past. Let's go for it. And on the bumps and stuff, he's going to be having a much nicer time than I am, because the BSA's got real budget suspension. He's got a Monchique at the back as well, hasn't he? Look at this. Man, this is just what motorcycling should be, shouldn't it? And all that frustration and sat in the rain and traffic and potholes and everything. It just shows that if you're willing to make the effort, there's roads out there that just bring so much joy to the hobby. Not a pothole in sight. It's crazy. Can't get over it. I mean, they're not perfect. You see that you've got cracks in the road and everything. It's not buttery smooth. It's not like a Chinese highway in Uganda, for example. But but it's no nasty surprises, you know. In fact, it kind of gives it a little bit of character. Keeps you on your toes without risking damaging your rims. I'm really loving the fact that Jez has picked this route. Indicate. That was skillful. Just rolling out there. Not needing to stop on an incline. You handle that really well. Oh, train coming. I do tend to look both ways at level crossing, just in case. Just a little bit of a habit. Talking of habits, I do the indicator cancel, as Nick and Lumpy mentioned, over and over and over again. That is a habit of mine. Okay. I love the stainless steel arrow exhausts on the Caballeros. They've got twin silencers. It's just such attention to detail. Really, really nice. Such a stylish bike. I would probably have one, actually. I rode the 700, and Jez and I were talking about the 700, the Caballero 700. It's got the, if you didn't watch that video, it's got the Yamaha CP2 engine transplanted into it, and all of the nice bits about the 500. So all the machined aluminium foot peg hangers, the yokes, the little trinkets on there. It's got the arrow exhaust system. All that nice stuff is on the 700, but it's too expensive. That's the main thing about it. It's 9,700. I think it's 9,699 in the UK, and there's just too much competition out there for that price, because it's a scrambler, isn't it? You can't do that much with it. You can't easily go touring. It's not that good off-road because it's got low ground clearance. So, and it's not that good at, you know, going fast on the road. So it's a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. Just going to pop out here. So I would probably have the 500. I'd have what Jez is riding, definitely. Cancel those indicators, guys. Right, what I want you all to do is, if you notice me failing to cancel an indicator, you need to mention that now, because you've all mentioned that I've got a habit of pressing the indicators to cancel. But if I fail to cancel, I need to write that in the comments. Check. Right, well, we just stopped, had a very enjoyable coffee. Oh, let's get the keys. Well, Jez was saying the coffee's actually not very nice here, but I liked it. He said that's part of the charm. Let's send the starter. Oh. Got to do the helmet. Got too excited there. Just forgot my helmet. So this, going downhill from the Buddhist Stupa, is apparently the sport bike road. So that's going to be interesting. Look at this. This is apparently Jez's favourite road in the Algarve. So gosh, because where we came up was quite spectacular. But if this is going to be a step above that, I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. Whew. That's the sign you like to see. Whoa! Look at this. Rear shocks bouncing around everywhere. So we've done some slower, twistier roads. Now we've got the pure enjoyment of these sweeping bends. Look at that. People are so friendly as well. Right, look at this bend up here. Oh my gosh, we're going to go down the hill now. my gosh, I can see the road. It's a bit of a technical series of bends here. Not as fast and sweeping as the previous section, but look at this. And notice how many cars we've come across in the last 5 or even 10 minutes. None. None. Wow. There you go, round this one. He's done well there. Good man. Oh, hard on the rear brake. Not front going into a bend. So my plan to sell the Daytona and get a paltry sum for it, considering what it's worth. The garage offered me 1,500 quid. Now that I want to move somewhere like this, the Daytona is absolutely coming with me. Because it's such a low value bike, it won't cost all that much to import it, because the import duty is a percentage. And then that motorcycle would be so much fun up here. Oh, I overcooked that one. Carried away talking about the Daytona and forgot my lines. I was trying to remember my lines and I forgot my other lines, if you know what I mean. Over we go. Wow, tarmac so smooth as well. Jez is doing really well on that little flat track. He definitely knows how to ride it. Oh, another gear. That's it. You can avoid the bumps. Gaviao. The views up here are just absolutely spectacular. and we've got the perfect day for it. I mean, I'm very grateful to be up here today. So Windmill Road was absolutely spectacular. So everything north of the motorway, the A22, which runs west to east across the Algarve, that's kind of what they would describe as proper Portugal, where you've got more of the ruins and the little villages and the traditional communities, whereas everything south of that motorway is more of the apartments and the holidays and the bars and everything like that for tourists and everything. So most of the biking, I'm learning this all the time, is north of the Algarve, and also in the west as well, out by Sill-vess and on the Atlantic coast, which Jez was telling me is kind of comparable to Cornwall, like spectacular big cliffs and everything like that. So where I started biking back and forth to Albufeira, that's really not even touching the tip of the iceberg as far as what Portugal's got to offer. I mean, how would you ever know this road as well without having someone come and show you? You just never. It'd be impossible to find this. You could look on a map, but it'd just be one of hundreds of roads that snake through the mountains. This is kind of local knowledge, the lore of motorcyclists, probably passed on from someone else who knew this road to Jez, and now he's told me and shown me it. So yeah, really lucky to be out here today. I mean, how can you not feel reinvigorated after doing a motorcycle ride like this? I mean, it's on my first day of holiday, so I'm not bogged down with work, but whenever I feel run down or burnt out or whatever, as Lumpy said, this kind of riding is the perfect tonic. This is the kind of thing which will sort anything out. It just blows you away.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart it race, so catch me if I fall.
But if you